to go. I don't go no more. From now on, everything's gonna be alright. Don't go, don't go, don't go, don't go. Don't ever leave me.
Well, we're back on the 87 box Chevy LS Brougham. About to start cutting and buffing. Final stages. Once I cut and buff, I just got to put everything back together. I've been letting it sit up. I thought I had everything painted. All the miscellaneous pieces like the front clip, the bumper fillers, the rear. But come to find out, I started looking on the inside and the mirrors. I never painted the mirrors. Which I thought I painted the mirrors, but I think it was that OBS I did what had me thinking. But forget that, we're gonna start cutting and buffing. I'll paint the mirrors, I guess after I pull it out, cut and buff. It ain't gonna take long to do that. And today, how we're gonna cut and buff, we're gonna somewhat get that show car finish for us getting it flat. So when you wanna get a show car finish, you wanna use a block. Start off with a block. And I'm gonna start off with 1500. I got some 1500 here. Wet sand. But if you're not looking for no show car finish, you wanna do it fast. You know, all cars got orange peel. You can just get you a interface pad on the DA and just knock down the imperfections and you be good. But we're gonna get a show car finish for us, getting it flat and knocking it down, knocking down all the orange peel. And it's all kind of ways you can do it for us to grit sandpaper. See, we're gonna start with 1500. You can start out with something lower than that, but it's gonna take longer for us trying to buff the shine back. So I like to start off 1500, then work my way up to 2000, then 3000. Because if you start off with something like 1000, it's just gonna make your buffing a lot longer, the process. So we're gonna get some water, find my bucket, my famous bucket, get some water in it, then we'll get started. Probably right here, where all these imperfections at, on the hood. Then we got water spots from where it was sitting outside. But let me get my bucket, then we'll get started. Okay, here's my soapy water, 1500, a rigid block. Y'all can tell Sprayway done used this bucket, got his money out of it. About time for another one. What y'all think? I got a rag here. You want to make sure the surface clean before you start sanding, because if you don't, it might be some debris up under your block. Then it'll get trapped up under there and you'll scratch up the paint a lot deeper than what you want it to be. So make sure it's good and clean. Alright, we're gonna let well, I thought there was some wet sandpaper, but it's not going. Thought it was some paper sandpaper. I was finna say we're gonna let it soak and get soft. Trying to find the sheet so I can show you what I was talking about. Yeah, I thought it was some wet dry sandpaper like this here, but I'm actually using a piece for the DA. So it's not gonna get soft. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm just wrapping it around my rigid block here. I got suds everywhere. Trying to do it with one hand. Okay. What you want to do is just go back and forth, removing the imperfections, getting the area flat. We're gonna wipe this off and inspect it. I'll show you what you need to be looking for. Which I know this ain't all the way flat now, but I'm just gonna show you. Let's see what we got. You can see what I sanded. You still can see some shine areas here now. Like here, you can see the orange peel. But right in this middle, that's good. You don't see no shining spots. That's what it need to look like. But this here got to come down. Just take a little bit more elbow grease, that's all. Don't take much. And you also, to keep from toting the bucket around, bucketing water with a rag, you can use a spray bottle to keep the surface wet. Just like this here. Let me show y'all what I done so far. I almost got it. I be jumping around. I might do this panel. You see I got this door done. I haven't done this door. I done up here. Got this part of the hood to do. And I'll be done. And I got both doors over here to do. I done half for the top. I still got that side to do. I'm not gonna worry about cutting and buffing this back part because the top goes over it, quarter top. But what I do, I sand this area here, then I wipe it dry. Then I jump over here, probably sand this area. Then by the time I get through sanding this area, this area here be dry enough so I can see where I gotta go back and hit. For it's like all the shine areas that need to be addressed. That's why I be jumping around. I let one area dry before I move on, make sure I got everything covered. So let me finish up and then we'll move to the next step. Just finished up with all the 1500 with the block. You can see this side, the top, everything dulled off. Ready to move to the next step. But I'm thinking I'm gonna quit, start back up in the morning, start fresh. So I'll cut y'all back on once I start back up. Okay, here is the following day. I was meaning to come out here first thing this morning, but I didn't make it. But we back on it now. We already did the blocking by hand. So if we go straight buffing now, we'll have some straight scratches in here that come from the blocking by hand. So what I like to do, I like to take my DA using the Bigfoot with some 1500 grit on it. You could go straight to 2000, but I'm gonna go 1500 because it'll get those straight scratches out from the block. It'll get them out a lot faster. So I'm gonna go with 1500. Just gonna lightly go across it a couple of times, get those out right quick. So let me put my 1500 pad on my DA and then we'll get started. Let's take this pad here off. I think this 3000 here. Get our 1500. Seal it on our pad. And we're gonna be mist sanding. Just misting water on it. Guess we'll start here. Just to show you what I'm gonna be doing. Put some on the pad. Do a few passes. finished up with the 1500 on the DA. This back part is still drying. I finished this up last. The rest of it dry. You can see it's paste. A lot of folks be wondering, what is it? It's just clear. When you sand it, just turning to paste. I'm knocking some of the clear off. Now we got to take it one step further, which I could go straight to buffing now, but it'll take long for me to buff the 1500 grit scratches out. So I'm gonna go to 2000 on the DA, 2000 grit. That's gonna get these 1500 scratches out. Same process as the 1500, just a different pad. Move this 1500 pad, get a fresh 2000. But this time we're gonna start up down the hood. Last time we started on the deck lid. I just like to jump around. Get my spray bottle. You don't have to remove the paste because we're finna make some more paste. Going a little further with the sanding. Now I'm going with 3000 to remove the 2000 grit scratches. I'm also doing the rear clip and the front clip as well. But here's the 2000 on the DA. Same process as before. All the sanding complete with the 3000. As you go up in grit, it's gonna get a little bit more shinier. I could go a little bit further than this with 5000 or something, but I'm not gonna go that far. I'm just gonna go straight to buffing now. But first I gotta wipe all this sanding compound, not compound, but losing my mind. Paste, sanding paste. I gotta wipe this sanding paste up. I'm just gonna use a bucket of clean water and a rag. Just gonna wring it out and wipe it clean. All right, finished up with the wipe down. Let me show you what we got. You can see the shine somewhat coming back. Well, it came back when I hit it with the 3000. Now it's time to start buffing. I'm gonna take you outside and show you what I'm gonna be using for us, the buffing material, and what tools I'll be using. Alright, I know a lot of y'all probably remember I used this on my last cut and buff video when I cut and buffed the top of the other box Chevy I did. I put the Cadillac CTS roof in, and I had a problem with the batteries not lasting long enough, so I went and bought this big one here. So I should be good, hopefully. And the material, well, we're gonna be using this diamond cut compound. That's what's in this 3M bottle. I just poured in here because it's a lot easier to carry this around in this here. And a wool pad. So let me fill this up some more. Then we'll go back on the inside and get started. You're gonna need a microfiber cloth as well. So we'll start right here. Wipe some compound up in here. And on these edges, like this here, you want to go into the edge. Not back this way here, because you'll burn through real fast if you do it like that. I'm just gonna do this section here so you. I got it on 2400 RPMs. I'm gonna wipe the compound on it first, spread it around. All right, let's wipe it so we can inspect it. See, it don't take much to bring that shine back if you go through the steps for sanding. You can see what's been done. First pass, what's not. I think I'm gonna drop it down to 2000 RPMs. I just want to show you for us this area here. Now I guess I'll jump back here on this deck lid, show you some of it. Put a little compound in this corner here. You can see the shine already coming back. Pretty much all you got to do. All right, let's continue. Alright, finished up with all the compound over the entire car. You can see the residue still here. Also a little dust. Now I take my microfiber cloth and wipe this compound off before I move to the next step. The next step is going to be a polish. I'm going to do a 2-step. You could do a 3-step, but I'm going to do a 2-step. I'm going to wipe all this compound residue off, because if you leave it on there, it'll be like you still compounding. So let's get rid of this. The next step, we're gonna take this wool pad off and put this foam 3M Perfect pad on. It's the 05738. It's a waffle pad. Then we're gonna use some Aguirre's Ultra Finishing Polish. Finishing touch. It's the same process as we did when we put the compound on. Nothing different but the pad and the polish. Just finished up with the polish. Now I'm gonna grab one of these microfiber cloths. Go in here and wipe it down. You can see I got the residue. I gotta get up. See if I can get, okay, you can see it now. Just gotta remove that, wipe it down real good. Then I'll be good to go. Once I wipe it down, I'll cut y'all back on. Let's go ahead and check it out. You might still see some residue here and there from the polish, but I just wanted to cut you back on and show you what it looked like. One step closer to getting it done. I still got to paint these mirrors. I think I got one right here. I almost forgot about painting them. But this is what she look like, y'all. Y'all tell me what y'all think.
Never stop.